Hey guys, Holly and Eva here.
We're in no way experts in anything really, so please don't take anything we say too seriously. At the end of the day,
It's all hearsay. Hello guys.
Hey guys,
Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my hair. Fucking hell.
we're on to
back.
our second part of the two-part
Two-parter.
HSC series or
Yes.
high school series.
Yeah.
Today you're going to hear from 3 special guests who all have different experiences going through high school and non-high school
Yes.
that don't involve the HSC and ATAR. Do you want to give them a rundown?
Sorry, what do you want me to do?
Give us a rundown of the guests.
Alright, so I'm very bad with names. First we have Elise. She is, oh my god, I've got a bad memory.
Okay, I'll do it.
No, I got this. She is doing ballet stuff.
Girl.
Girl.
Elise is doing full-time dance instead of high school.
Yes.
Dance.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I've forgotten her name. What the
Maddie.
fuck? And Maddie, she's at TAFE right now,
Yeah.
doing textiles. She doing her cert 3 or she did her cert 3?
Yeah, I think she's doing a cert 4.
Yeah, she is. I'm jealous. I should have done textiles.
Yeah, so you're going to hear from both of them together.
And then you're going to hear from Ikey, who is doing the IB instead of HSC. It's like a alternative
Yeah.
to the HSC. Is that
Yeah,
what you'd
it's
say?
like-
yeah.
Similar to the HSC in the sense that you do exams and assignments and you go to high school, but it's just it's like the international version.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to hear all about that.
Yes.
Hopefully learn a lot and see like different ways of
Yeah,
doing high school
we
if
just
you are in
wanna-
early high school.
Yeah, we're just trying to let you know if you don't like the pathway that you're on with HSC, that there are other options out there.
Mm-hmm. Or even it's also just interesting to hear
Oh,
about.
yeah, for sure.
Like, I was so interested, even though I've already done my HSC, I can't go back. It was really cool to hear what they're doing and just, like, I don't know, Maddie kind of explains it in her interview, but, oh, yeah, like, the ATAR is just such an outdated system, and she was explaining how people think that when you drop out of high school, your only options are to, like, become a hairdresser or be a tradie and, like, work
Not
that
to say
job
that's
for
a
the rest
bad
of your
job, but
life.
like...
No, but there's broader horizons and like way different options. Like to
Yeah,
just
even
go
if
to
you don't
TAFE,
do your HSC.
yeah, to just go to TAFE, you can study so many different things.
she was
without
talking
an
about
ATAR.
that.
Yeah.
How you can literally go... There is literally so many options at
Yeah.
TAFE.
So
Listen
along and have
Hope
a good.
you guys enjoy.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you at the end.
All right. So our first interview of this episode is going to be with our fellow over here, Ikey Allen.
Hello, everyone.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Ikey Allen, the
Okay.
fellow over here.
So we've brought Ikey on to discuss his different pathway through high school, which is the IB.
Yeah. I honestly don't know what IB is, so I'm going to be learning a lot.
Well, not many people on the Central Coast do. to be
Yeah,
honest.
when Eva told me, I was like, yeah, bring them on.
Yeah.
So what is IB?
It's like an international version of the HSC almost. It's offered... The Central Coast Grammar used to do it down the road. They don't anymore
Down the
because...
road.
Literally down the road. I drove past it. But they don't have like the teachers, the facilities anymore because it's quite a big commitment. It's like... an alternative HSC run in Switzerland and a few schools in Australia offer it. It's it's different from the HSC in that I have to do 7 subjects and I have to choose. Sorry, my fingers are.
It's like a little bit ASMR.
Yeah. No, my subjects. I have to pick English. I have to pick maths. I have to pick a
Oh,
science.
so you have to do maths.
Yep, I have to do a
Sucks.
science. I have to do a humanity. I have to do a second language, and
So
I
that's
have.
where you get French from.
Yeah, exactly. And then
got it.
you can either choose to do like an arts or another one of any of those.
Okay.
So yeah, and I have to do philosophy, which is random.
Oh.
What classes do you take then?
I take English, maths, French, physics, which is just so random because I'm not a physics student. Geography and economics
Wow.
and philosophy.
I love that for you.
hmm
I could never.
So what can you tell us about the differences between the HSC and the IB?
Well, it is so different. I've especially noticed because all my friends do the IB, but like apart from my school friends, no one has even heard of the IB before. But yeah, just going through year 12, it's just so different. Like I have it's called an IA, which is like a major work for each subject. It's like, say, my maths one is 8,000 words. It's like a thing that I choose the topic on. Like I've chosen, say, how to run the best 100-meter sprint. Like that's just something I had to think of myself and write an 8,000 word report on it. And every subject I have that own major work to do. So like I have a French one, I have an geography one, and HSC don't have that. They don't have those like independent projects where you think of it yourself.
So is there an exam?
Yeah, there are exams at the end. So it's like a major work and the exam.
Yeah, so it all like all the different things add up to your mark.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. It's like it's
but that's like more like uni kind of style.
It's meant to it's like the whole thing is preparing you for uni.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's very hard though. Like you have to get picked into IB. Like you can't just say I want to do IB because my school will be like no, because it's very like I have 4 free periods a week. No, a fortnight, because I just have so many classes. And like I would do the equivalent right now of like, I was counting it the other day, like 16 units, because the lowest maths you can pick is extension 1.
Yeah.
Like if you're bad at maths, you can't do the IB because you have to do extension 1 minimum.
Yeah. So how do the like numerical value, like when you finish the HSC, you get an ATAR, obviously. How does that convert to the IB?
It's really weird. For the IB, each subject is marked out of 7. At the end. Yep, so I get 7, 14, 21, 28. So I have 6 main subjects, and that's out of 42. And then I have 3 bonus points that I can get because I have to submit an extended essay, which is like another 4,000 word task, on top of all my other major works. And then I have to do another one for philosophy. And then those 2 subjects, they're called extended essay and theory of knowledge, go to that extra 3 points, which is a mark out of 45 altogether. And then that translates to an ATAR. There's like on UAC, you can see the conversion rates.
Oh, okay.
But it's really weird.
I remember seeing those like, it would say the ATAR and then next to it would say the IB.
score. And it's really, because the IB is just, I know I sound like such a bias source, but it's so hard. Like
so difficult.
To get like a 90 ATAR, you need like a 33 out of 45. So if I got like I can get it up. If I got a 38 IB score.
I love your background.
That's like
Sorry,
the
I just
minion.
saw that.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, obviously a 45 out of 45 is a 99.95 ATAR, but like here, they're changing it. But 44 is 99.6, 43 99.3, 42 98.85.
Wow.
Like, if you get a 34 is a 90.4, and you
what's a 62 ATAR?
There's no such thing.
No such thing. Okay, cool.
No, you fail. So
I failed,
it's like I don't even get a HSC at all. Like if I don't, when I get the IB, well, hopefully I do. I don't get the HSC at all. But with the IB, you can actually fail it, so you don't get anything.
You just get
nothing.
0.
Do you get a diploma? Like, do you get your high school diploma?
Wow.
No,
so you have to
don't get
redo it,
Well,
or
you can't
go to normal
you can't redo
school.
it.
So you just.
I think you can retake the exams once, but like if you fail, you don't get a HSC and you don't get your IB. DP it's called. But so yeah, that's why a lot of schools don't let you do it if they don't think you're up for it,
It's a
because
big
you're gonna
risk.
finish. Yeah, you're just gonna finish school with no qualifications.
To talk more about like the differences between the IB and the HSC, to clarify, you still go to a regular high school.
Well, regular is one word. I go to unfortunately, especially in Australia, there are literally only like I would say 20 schools that do it, because it's only at those like exclusive private schools that offer it, which is like really annoying, because like you could never do the IB at Terrigal High.
No.
And that's just because it's like so exclusive. Like I got a scholarship to go to school in Sydney just because I wanted to do the IB. Like I looked at it as an IB school, and it's like it's currently it's just crazy, because I feel bad because the only people who have these opportunities are like kids who go to $36,000 a year schools.
Yeah.
Which is like annoying, because it's like that's where I think the IB is so much better than the HSC, because like the whole year speaks a second language. The whole year is good at maths, English. Like I would love that to be in every school, but it's not.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a more balanced education. Like for me, and maybe you'd agree with this, Holly, like my HSC was practically all humanities and all arts, apart from like I did standard maths. But like it was heavy on English, heavy on like society and culture, legal studies, like all of those humanities, which it helps with what I'm doing now, because that's what's important for what I'm doing now. But I'm shit at maths and science. Like I cannot speak a different language. Even I studied a language in the HSC, but like I only just started in year 11. Like I haven't been doing it since year 7.
Yeah, same
you
here.
have to do that.
Like in year 11 I started business, like retail, and then I also took on textiles and art, which was also like such a good thing because then I got to do a major work for both of those also, and it gave me like the 2 different things to be marked on also. So that was a lot better, even though I still got shit
Yeah,
ATAR,
but like if you did the IB, like that's one limitation that like I love the humanities as well, but I could only pick 2.
Yeah.
And if I loved science as well, I can't do just humanities and science because I can only pick one science.
Yeah.
And so like
Hearing you talk about your major works being like primarily essays or like your
they're
major
they're
works.
like a research project. So like, but the difference is for HSC, like when I look at, everyone who does it, like Jagger, my twin, he gets like the task given to him, the question given to him.
Yeah.
Like I write my English essays for my major works, and they're like, or I have to think of the question. I have to think of the book.
I kind of got that. Like in the
yeah.
subjects that I chose, like doing extension English, you kind of have to
Yeah, you would
pick.
for extension English.
And also for society and culture, we do a PIP.
Yeah, I do know the PIP.
When you were speaking on that, I was like, oh, that's kind of like my PIP,
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
in every single subject.
Yeah, I've done. It's like been the worst last term because I've just been getting all of them in, and it's so tiring because it's like, yes, finish my geography one. Now it's time to do my maths one, and it's just like a non-stop. But I'm finally getting to the end of that. So
Yeah, you definitely have to pick subjects that you're interested in, like for your essays.
yeah, but that's I
sure.
hate economics, like, and physics. I hate physics.
Yeah.
I would never have chosen a science if I didn't actually
Yeah,
have
that's
to.
what I was gonna say. Like, I suck at science. Like,
Same.
I feel like it would bring my, what's it called, like the score down.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but that's like the nature of it. Like,
Yeah.
Do you want to ask the next one?
Oh yeah. So like, being, sorry, like with your school, do you do normal school things? Like, do you have like a formal? Do you have like swimming
Yeah.
carnivals and stuff? Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty integrated with the rest of the year, except like I went there in year 11. I don't even know any HSC kids because like I've never spoken to them, and like we're separated in class.
Yeah.
And like intern friend groups because like, I mean, there's one HSC kid in my friend group, but like it kind of year 10 was like this friend group's doing the IB, this friend group's doing the HSC because it's like friends want to stick together.
Yeah.
But like I still go to the formal. I still go to like
is that with all the students? Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
yeah, like I still go to formal. I still go to like my year meetings with the whole year, but like class, I don't talk to the HSC kids.
Wait, how many people at your school do IB?
Like 70?
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, maybe 60.
Is that in different years or?
No, in my year.
In your year,
It's only
okay.
year 11 and 12.
Oh
But-
yeah, yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to say this. Another difference is that year 11 counts. So like
Oh.
whatever I got whatever I got taught on day 1 of year 11 is I'm being tested on in my final exams.
Got it.
Which is so weird for HSC because
Yeah.
you guys can
Didn't we
ignore
do
year 11.
prelims in year 11? Did they count?
No, they don't count.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So only
weird.
trials.
I don't know what trials is.
Only everything we did in year 12. So like even our first assignments in year 12 like go towards our
Yeah, that's
ATAR.
weird.
They're
I don't
just
have that.
weighted
I just didn't even know that.
Our,
till now.
like if I did a maths test tomorrow, that wasn't like a major work. I just did a test. That wouldn't
That
go
would go-
towards my.
Oh, okay.
That wouldn't go.
Wouldn't go.
And in year 12, like I don't do trials. Like I do mocks, but they don't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Just like practice papers.
Yeah, HSC is weird.
So how did you find out about the IB in the first place?
My French teacher, Madame Ribal, if you're listening, she did it in Geneva, and she was like best thing that ever happened to me.
Wow.
So I was like,
So you did your research and you're like,
I
oh.
did it. I was like, I'm going to school in Sydney, and yeah, I love it.
I love that for you.
Thank you. I love it for me too.
And are you happy with your decision? Well,
Yeah.
it seems like you are,
I
obviously.
am. Like,
Yeah.
Although saying that tonight when I go home and try and finish my English, I will be like, like it's like an IB thing to just complain a lot, which is like a discourse that I hate engaging in. But
No,
like,
that's definitely a HSC thing as well. You just
Yeah.
have a lot more ground to
I
see.
feel like that's just a student
but
thing.
like,
just
but
complaining.
like at our school, it's so horrible for the HSC kids. Like if they go, "Oh, I've got an assessment tomorrow," the whole IB kids just go, "Shut up, shut up!
I mean,
No one cares. At least you're not doing it." But no, I do recommend as
You
well.
recommend
I do
it?
if you had the option to take the IB, like even though it's harder, I don't think like even though you like if you get a 62 ATAR, which is like a fail in the IB books,
Yeah.
you wouldn't get that in the IB
Yeah.
because you would be surrounded by motivated people. You would be like at a school which is like specializes in the IB and like sets out their deadlines so that it works for you, and like you would be like with teachers who are like qualified in the IB, like better, like you would be more, it's like a
Yeah.
better education as well. It's not just like you would pass and you would get like a much better ATAR.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of
Yeah, I
controversy
feel like
with that.
that's what contributed to my bad score. Like,
was
all
the
my kids
school.
at my school were just like,
Well,
yeah,
that's
COVID's
another
ruined
thing.
it for us. Let's just all not
That's-
study and
and
stuff.
I hate how the HSC works in that, like, your peers' marks affect yours.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
so weird. Like, rankings.
Like, literally, all my HSC marks were 80 and above, and I still got a 62 just because I went to good old Erina High School.
Yeah, like, that doesn't happen
Nah,
for IB.
it was
like,
really annoying.
everyone in the IB could get a 99.95 if they went well enough.
Yeah.
Like, everyone could. And what it works is I have to take 3 subjects at a higher level and 3 at a standard level. And they're all out of 7. So, like, there's no standard maths which you can take but scales lower. Like, there's none of that. They recognize that you're going to have 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses. And each one is out of 7. Because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, you did the standard level maths. And I got a 7, which is, like, unfair because I did the high level maths and got a 6. But it's like, no, but by doing the standard level, you had to do a high level somewhere else. So it's
Yeah.
like recognizing that you don't have to be, like, if you get a 99.95 ATAR, you have to do, like, extension maths, extension English. Like, you
Yeah.
have to do those subjects which are good towards everything and, like, scale well. Like, you can't even do earth and environmental science because it scales badly and you won't get a 99.95, which is so dumb because for IB, every subject you do is out of 7 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, you can pick standard level, what's a bludge subject that everyone says? Like, standard level, yeah, earth and environmental, we do that. And you could get a 7.
Yeah.
Which means as much as a 7 in high level maths. So, yeah, it makes more
Yeah,
sense.
there's definitely a lot of flaws in the HSC
Oh,
that I feel
so
like
many.
the IB has smoothed out.
Yeah, so many. It's just the fact that, like, yeah, everyone can get a 99.95. What's a bell curve? What does that mean for the
It's
HSC?
so
Like, no one.
annoying.
It's so stupid. No offense. It's just like if you got above a 70 in a French, you get a 7. And
Yeah.
there's no stupid, like, oh, but Johnny got a blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Stupid Johnny.
I know.
Very annoying. Well, thank you for coming on, Ikey.
You're welcome.
I feel like I've learnt something. Have you,
Oh
Holly?
my god, I've learnt a lot. Yeah.
I'm like the IB's little poster child.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, this is great. I hope.
Spokesperson.
Hopefully, someone's listening that like wants to do it and feels like they have the
yeah, if they're in
capabilities
year
to do
10,
it.
it's hard, but just do it. Like, you'll be surrounded by absolute nerds who, like, myself included, who, like, just can't cope with going badly in the IB because you have so many resources and everything. Like, it's so good. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it, guys.
Just do it.
All right, thanks, Ikey.
You're welcome.
We are currently joined with 2 little ladies to help us with this episode. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Elise.
I'm Maddie.
Tell us your age and what you're currently doing with your studies.
I'm 17 and I'm doing my certificate 4 in dancing.
I'm 17 and I'm doing my certificate 4 in fashion design.
Slay! We got 2 little creatives. Yeah, so alongside with our interview with Ikey, this episode is coming out about different pathways through high school. So we thought it was only fitting to bring our 2 little creatives on to talk about what they're doing and why they're doing it and how other people can do it in case it's something that you want to do. So yeah.
Yeah, so first question, what year did you drop out? Well, in quotations, drop out. To, like, go to the course you... Like, drop out of school to do what you're doing now.
I dropped out at the end of year 10.
Me too.
Is there like a particular reason why you dropped out then?
I'm dyslexic, so I was never good at school and I never liked school, and my parents let me, so I just did it.
Slay.
I love that.
I just always wanted to do full-time dancing, and then was the time that I was ready to do it, so I did it then.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so you guys never had to like go through the struggles of like picking out your year 11 and 12 subjects or anything?
No. I love not picking them.
Yeah. That's good. So what's like, do you guys go 5 days a week? Like, how does it work with your schedules?
I do 5.5 days a week.
What's the
Yeah.
half?
Saturday morning.
Saturday
so I do
okay.
like Monday till Friday, like usually like 8 till 3, sometimes 8 till 5, and then, or like 9, sometimes we start at 9.
And you commute to Newcastle, hey?
Oh, cool.
And then Saturday mornings just for a couple hours.
Cool.
Love that.
I go down to Sydney and I do Monday, Tuesday, Friday. So I do 3 days a week, 9 till 5 as well.
Nice.
So yours is more like uni, I guess.
Yeah, mine is isn't a replacement for school.
Yeah.
It's a like adult learning uni replacement.
At TAFE?
Yeah. Yeah, it's at FDS, which is like a program inside of TAFE, which is Fashion Design Studio.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's like made for fashion design.
Do you like all the people that you study with? Like, are they really cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
like
can
the
imagine.
clothes and
Yeah.
it's so cool. And everyone's there for the same reason, so I really like it because everyone is in the same like creative space and everyone is
and they all want to be there.
yeah, the same end result. Everyone's there to do the same.
Yeah, I feel like with normal high school, it's like people just don't want to be there.
Yeah.
They're just kind of doing it because they have to. But I feel like with what both of you girls are doing, like, people are there for passion, and that's so incredible.
Yeah, they're passionate. I like
Yeah.
it.
And they're doing what they love.
Yeah.
And then you can all like relate to that.
And with your school, Elise, you've got like people that are younger than you doing it, isn't there?
Yeah, so I'm like kind of old. Well, not really. Like everyone does it at different ages, but you can like drop out of school at like some people. If you can drop out at like year 8, but you still do it on online. But then after year 9, you don't have to do school. No, you do year 9 online. But
So
then
once
from
you
year
get to year 10,
you don't have to year 10. So there are some kids that are just dancing full time, but they're still either doing online school or just no school.
Yeah, so you never had to do like the juggling of both.
That's good.
I just want to know, when do you graduate? Like, is it next year?
So I'll do my Cert 4 this year, and then I'll do my diploma next year, and then I'll graduate
Okay.
around this time next year.
Oh, that's so good. So you've got like an extra year, like all because your year group that you went to high school with are graduating this year.
Yeah.
And Maddie?
I did 1 year of Cert 3, and then I'm doing 6 months of Cert 4, but because of lockdown, we lost 6 months. And then at the start of next year, I can go on to do bachelor, which goes for
Cool.
I think 2 or 3 years.
Do you do a
So-
Bachelor of Business with fashion?
Yeah, there's lots of different ones. There's marketing in the business side, and there's also the like actual textile side of it. So I don't know which one I want to do yet, but right now it's a little bit of everything
See,
because it's
that's
only Cert 4.
That's a really
Yeah.
interesting way to go about it, because you're doing like the TAFE side of it, so you can see which side of fashion you prefer
Yeah.
before
Like
you
what
actually
different industry you want to
before
get
you
into.
commit to
Yeah.
a degree. I like that. It's
Yeah,
cool.
because the Cert 3s that I did was called Design Fundamentals. So they did like one of everything, and I really liked that because then you can decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like kind of similar with uni. I remember there was a couple classes I did last year that had something fundamentals, and you get to learn like the basics. Especially when I was doing my marketing stuff, it was like marketing fundamentals, and you just learned everything and then figure out what you wanted to pinpoint
on,
and
yeah.
do. Yeah,
That's cool.
which is really cool.
Yeah, that's like the difference with high school. Like, they kind of just make you do everything and prioritize everything.
Yeah,
If that makes sense. And they like expect you to just absorb everything and be interested
and
in
want to
everything.
love all of it.
Yeah. Where are you wanting to go? Like, are you wanting to be a famous dancer and like dance across the country and the world? Are you wanting to be like an international designer? Like, what's the goal that you're trying to get out of this?
Yes, I don't know about famous, but the goal is to, like, after I finish my like diploma, you can like go overseas to go to like another school, like bigger schools, and then eventually into like a company anywhere in the
A
world.
company?
Like a dance company. That's
Like an agency? Is that like the same thing?
it's like, you know, like Sydney Dance Company and like Australian Ballet.
I know
And-
nothing about this.
You just work for them, and then you like go around and like perform and stuff.
That's really cool. And what about you? Do you know?
What was the question again? What do I wanna
Yeah,
get
like
out
what
of
do you
it?
want to do at the end of it
Well,
all?
I don't actually know yet, but I prefer the side of fashion that's like not sewing. Like, of course, there's fashion buyer, there's fashion designer. Like, there's massive goals, but like first off, I would, you know, Devil Wears Prada. I just want to be an assistant to like someone.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a stylist. Like when I was little, I was like, how cool would that be? Just like picking out clothes for someone.
Yeah, like Hailey Bieber. Like,
Yeah.
I love.
I always see like the videos on YouTube that's like having a stylist like pick up my Coachella outfits. I'm like, that would just be so sick.
That
like
would be
just
so
doing
fun.
that.
Yeah, and then there's also like fashion like buyer. So you literally buy clothes and you buy textiles for a company,
Yeah.
and then they could, and then there would be a designer in that, and there would be like a maker and the. Yeah. So there's
Cool.
so many
That is
just jobs
sick.
that aren't even jobs.
Yeah.
Like they're fun.
Yeah. Last question. I kind of just want to know, like, is this better? Like, are you preferring this more to high school? And are you, like, happy with your decision?
Yes, I think like I'm just enjoying what I do every day, and even if I like don't end up doing dancing like for a career, like I can still go to university afterwards and get stuff out of it. But like right now, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing rather than like school.
Yeah, I prefer it a lot more because everyone there's passionate, and the teachers don't like spoon feed you. Like it's adult learning. I don't know about you, but like it's so much, the environment is so much different, but like it's not easier. I actually reckon it's harder, like because the teachers,
They expect more out of you?
and the teachers don't get marked on your result. They get paid the same whether you do good or you do bad. So I really, it's harder, but I prefer it because everyone's more passionate and you're there for an actual reason and you don't dread it. Well, I don't. Yeah, and like you actually want to be there.
Yeah, I feel like that's the same with uni too.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
like
So
I
much
feel
more
like uni
freedom.
is harder, but like in a better way, if that makes sense.
Just because you've got more freedom, like...
You got more freedom. I feel like everyone's there for like the same reasons. Everyone's more motivated.
You got to pick what you want to do.
Exactly.
And you can change at any point.
Yeah, it's like harder, but like, what's the word I'm trying
It's
to think
just
of?
more satisfying
Yeah,
and beneficial.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's not in the 5-day block. Well, mine isn't. But like it's not in the, you know, like the exhausting. I feel like I have more breaks. I don't know about you guys, but you just are treated better. I like.
Yeah, it's like more. You've got more of a balance between like your work life and your home life and friends and stuff, which I think is.
Elise is very different situation.
Yeah,
Hers is, like,
she's just in here
exhausting.
like, damn.
It's a bit. I feel like yours is more structured like school because it is a replacement for school.
Yeah,
that right?
kind of. I think we just have to like, because it's so like physically, we just have to be there like every day and like train every day to be like the best. Like we don't really get that many days off, and we have like so much work to be doing all the time. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love
And it's
that,
like
though.
rigorous because it's a physical education.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be intense.
Just quickly as well, I just want to know, like, for anybody that's listening that wants to follow in like the same path that you guys did, how did you go about getting into and dropping out of regular high school?
I like was looking around at like schools that offer like full-time dancing, and then my old dance teacher was like helping me which ones she thought would like work for me, and then I like auditioned and got in, and then I think
So you have to audition?
yeah, but like it's not like a big deal.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, my parents at first didn't want me to drop out. Like, of course, like every parent wants you to graduate. But I showed them that I actually wanted to, like, do TAFE because I went and I set up my own interview, and I started at like Cert 3, which is like super easy at Hornsby, so I didn't have to audition to get in or anything. But then when I did my Cert 3 in actual fashion technology, it was a little bit more, and that's actually in Ultimo, which is in Sydney. I had to give like a portfolio, and I actually had to like not audition, but like I had to, they could have said no.
Yeah, like you had to apply.
Yeah, I had to apply, and so then my parents knew that like I actually wanted to do something and not just work and work at Macca's or something.
Yeah.
So they actually knew that I was passionate about it.
And you were going to do
Yeah.
something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just applied online, like
Sick.
to the first one that I did, because you can get in like no matter what, because it's so easy.
Yeah. I nearly did that for fine arts, but then I was like, portfolio is due in a month, and I was like, I don't think I can do that. Kind of regret it, but like, I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah, but I use my like portfolio for Ultimo from what I did in Hornsby.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't have to do anything extra. I kind of just took photos of like the skirts that I made and like the stuff I did on the computers, which was easy because my teacher was like there helping me do it. So I kind of
Yeah.
It worked out well.
I could have
extra,
done my
yeah.
major works then and put them in.
Yeah, that's what
Damn it. I missed out. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for
Yeah,
coming
I
on
actually
and
learnt
talking
a
about your
lot.
skills.
Like, even though I did kind of know a little bit about both of your situations.
I didn't, but I learned a lot.
Yeah, like, I feel like I still learnt a fair bit. And this was really interesting.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if there's somebody who's, like, in year 10 right now and doesn't really like high school and doesn't really see themselves using their ATAR for anything, like, maybe they've discovered that there are other ways to make your way in life
Yeah.
and be happy.
And I
Because
feel like, sorry, one more thing.
No.
Nowadays, I hope this makes sense. The ATAR doesn't matter as much. I feel like a lot of people used to think, like, if you dropped out, like, you could only be a hairdresser or, like, a builder and you would always be working minimum wage and, like, but I feel like it's not like that anymore. Like, people don't really care as much. Like, employers don't care as much because there's other options. And I feel like TAFE is really easy to get into, and TAFE accepts, like, they have learning support and they have, like, all of the different
and there's so
supports.
many things you
Yeah.
can do there.
Yes.
So many
there's
things.
everything, like, everything.
Mm.
Just go on their website.
Mm.
Yeah.
Check it
My
out.
mum wanted to go to TAFE.
Aw.
Like, she's like, I might do like a critical thinking course. I was like, do it. Like, how
Yes.
cute.
Yeah, there's, like, older people in my class and they put you in classes. So, like, I'm in the class that's, like, 17, 18 and 19, and then there's older people who are, like, in their 50s and 40s, and they're in a class by themselves. So they actually care. Like, there's people.
Yeah.
So my mum can get into
Yeah.
textiles.
Exactly.
She's been sewing her curtains lately. Like, maybe she can go into there. I'm kidding. She was not going to do that.
Okay, yeah. But thank you guys
Thank
for
you,
coming on.
guys.
Love you.
Sorry, I'm not a hugger. All right.
That was a very interesting episode, if I do say so
got
myself.
perspectives from many unique and amazing people
Yeah.
that I have just been introduced to basically this week.
Yeah, this is what I do. I just drag people
Yeah,
off the
Eva's
street.
just like, hey, I'm going to bring these two people along for the podcast. And I'm like, sure, sounds great.
Lucky Holly's a people person.
Am I?
Yeah. You're not a
Okay.
hugger.
I'm not a hugger.
You're a
Yeah, you
talker,
literally
though.
hugged them at the end. I was like, sorry, guys. Can't
Not
do that.
happening.
Not happening from me, sorry.
Yeah, but I hope that this, like, sparked some sort of, like, passion drive in your brain. I feel like hearing...
It's about drive. It's about power. We
The
stay
Rock.
hungry.
The Rock, everybody. No, I feel like hearing
chain.
people talk about things that they're passionate about just kind of like sparks something for me, and I feel like
Yeah,
maybe
I
you'd
love
agree.
that. Yeah, and that's
Um,
like is when we did our gym thing, like talking about
Yes.
something passionate is just always so
Literally,
amazing.
while we were editing, like when I was doing all the clips and stuff for the social media, I was literally like, I feel like going to the gym now.
I feel like, yeah, that was me, except I didn't go last week.
Okay,
But
I
that's not my
also-
fault.
I also want to say before we go, I just want to say thank you so much
yeah.
to like everybody who's been listening lately.
We've literally got so much feedback like
It's
this
so
week.
good, like positive feedback. I think we've had like just too many people to count. Like come
Yeah.
up to us in public, message us on Instagram.
Yeah,
and
just like literally I was at the pub and like two people said something I literally did not know what to say. I was like,
I know it's so. I'm just like thank you so much. I literally went out last night and two people came up to me and like love the podcast.
oh, I love that.
It's so good. I love it so much, and I love you guys so much. And thank you for
yes,
listening
thank you guys so much
and joining us.
Yeah,
But yeah, have a great day.
have a great day. Be positive. Be motivated.
Yeah,
But it's okay.
it's about
if you're not.
drive. It's about power.
Bye,
We
Gucci
say-
gang.